Ash from Super Videos, back for another reaction to an episode of Better Call Saul. This is my reaction to Season 4, Episode 4, which is called Talk. Last episode was a very interesting episode. It was definitely a Nacho-centric episode, but at the same time, the story focused a lot on Gus as well. And there was a lot of elements of his story that was more or less foreshadowing or build up for what we know his story to be from Breaking Bad. I honestly didn't think that Gus is gonna have a huge part in Better Call Saul because he already had a huge part in Breaking Bad, so I didn't think that they're gonna have him have a major story in Better Call Saul. I thought he's just gonna cameo, but he's been having a lot of influence in the story and I absolutely love that. When it comes to Jimmy, I also enjoy his story. It's just a little too slow at times, but overall I do like the flow of his story and how he's becoming the Saul that we know from Breaking Bad. But with that, that's pretty much everything I wanted to say going into this episode. As always, smash that like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. Let's get right into this reaction. That kid has not moved for quite a long time.
He wanted me to talk. I talked.
What the hell did he tell them? That was an interesting opening.
Well, good news. If you're still interested, we'd like to offer you a position at our Uptown branch.
Oh, this is the cell phone store?
You bet. You made quite an impression on Mr. Boyd. He's talking about starting...
He's not interested.
Get your training done today if that works for you.
I'm sorry. My plans have changed. I'm not going to be able to take that job.
I was thinking that maybe you should talk to someone.
Yeah?
Yeah, I got a name.
It's a shrink?
It works for a lot of people.
Yeah, okay.
Not interested.
Yeah, well, thank you.
That's Jimmy's
just,
attitude
have
nowadays.
to,
Not interested.
I got a job.
Really?
Yep. You're looking
Where
at
at?
Albuquerque's newest mobile communications specialist.
So did he
Cell
take
phone
that
sales.
job then?
I'm selling cell phones. CC Mobile. I start today.
Jimmy, that is great.
Yeah, it's strictly gainful employment, and then 10 months from now, poof, I'm a lawyer again.
Just give him a call when you get a chance.
Of course, absolutely.
He
Coffee's on.
won't.
All right. Counsel,
Good morning, Your Honor. Crystal Eitzman on behalf of the state.
it's your turn.
Okay, I'm Scotty Blakey here for myself.
Mr. Blakey, you're here right now because I called
I'm
this
here
case
for
last week and
myself.
you didn't
That's
show up,
hilarious.
hence the bench warrant.
Your Honor, Mr. Blakey was given a 6-month suspended sentence along with the 1-year provision. There's no question that this
He's
bench warrant
asking
constitutes a clear violation of a very
Kim to
generous
be
deal.
let out.
Doing the community service.
The deadline
Judge Wilson,
already
I would like to see you in
passed.
chambers
Why
at
do
the
you
next
think it was
recess.
removed in the first place?
Oh.
The state was prepared to charge this case as a felony.
What's
and
that
agreed to
about?
drop it.
In.
He was definitely distracted by Kim being there.
Oh,
Let's
I
see
don't
why.
want to bother you while you're eating.
Shit. Help me take my mind off this eggplant and oak rib. And you're working on your procedure.
Just observing.
Oh, so Howard Hamlin's fine with one of his associates just sitting around my court all day, whiling away the billable hours.
Actually, I left HHM. I'm a solo practitioner now.
No kidding. Field?
Mainly banking.
How's business?
Pretty good. I'm outside counsel for Mesa Verde.
Mesa Verde. You know, I heard about a case, and I think you might be the right person for it. Interested?
Of course.
I can't share all the details just yet, but I can give you broad strokes.
Give me something.
There's a young woman in her early 20s, pregnant with her first child, nearing the end of term, healthy as a horse. And she develops a complication. She goes to the hospital for delivery, and there's a mistake with the anesthesia. She aspirates vomitus into her oxygen mask, stops breathing. The baby's delivered fine, But the young mother suffers serious brain damage. I mean, she's left comatose on a respirator. And the family is naturally devastated. And they're broke, so they have no way to pay for the young lady's care. And to make matters worse, the hospital refuses to take responsibility. And they've hired one of the most expensive firms in the state.
I sure hope Kim is not
This is
going to
the
be
plot of the
defending the
verdict.
hospital.
Yes, of course it is. Because movies are the only place where those once-in-a-lifetime cases exist. You know what I got coming up next? I got a janitor who threw his pee on his boss. The one after that, she stabbed her boyfriend over a grilled cheese sandwich. This is the real world, Miss Wexler, and you won't find any Save the Broken Lawyer cases in it. Don't think that you are the first to try to rediscover their love of the law by trolling my court. You're not. Best thing you can do is stick to Mesa Verde.
So he was
Make lots of
trolling
money.
her?
Give some to charity.
That's not nice. I
Next time
liked
I
him
see you
initially,
lurking in
but
my
now
court,
he's
I'm gonna
just
put
an
you up.
asshole.
Yeah.
So was that real or was he
Good afternoon,
actually
please
trolling
proceed.
her? I don't know.
Henry's fine.
You talked to him?
Don't need to.
Then how do you know?
Because that dead wife he's always talking about never existed.
What are you talking about?
It's an act.
Why would you even say that?
The guy's story changes every time he tells it.
Really? No, I don't think so.
The romantic night at the Cubs game, their first kiss,
Yeah?
never happened.
You can't know that.
Wrigley Field didn't get lights until '88. There were no night games before then. None of his details add up.
Well, maybe he just got the year wrong. Why would anyone make up a story like that? You have a very suspicious nature.
Yes, he does. Absolutely.
Watch him. He's got to tell. Like a bad poker player, when he's lying, he rubs his wrist.
Okay. You want to put your money where your mouth is?
Well, you gonna come to group tonight?
Make it interesting.
All right. $10 says that when he talks about Judy, different story.
All right. You're on.
All right.
I wonder how this is gonna connect with the opening, because I'm assuming that's set up for that. Business is obviously not going well.
CC Mobile, this is Jimmy.
Heyo, how's the first morning?
Good, Robbie. Well, yeah, actually, it's a little slow.
Yeah, that store's always been a bit calmer. Just bring a book.
So this is a normal weekday?
Mostly, but wait till inventory week. There's a line out the door.
When's inventory week?
You just missed it.
Is there any chance that you could move me to a store with a little more traffic?
Let's see. The Gold Street store is always hopping. But it looks like the schedule's all full right now. Let's give it a couple weeks and then we'll see.
No problem.
If I can, I'll swing by later. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, see you then.
So, read a book, Jimmy. Or do that. That actually looks fun.
Sí, deseas, recuerdo las ventanas polarizadas.
Oh, so is he blaming
Sí,
it
es
on
que
a
nos
random
sacó la
person?
carretera. Este lugar es una fortaleza. Vamos a necesitar más gente. Puedo traer a Domingo y Javier y sus hombres. Los juntamos y los atacamos esta noche.
I don't think they fully believe that story. Or maybe they do.
Amigos.
What the hell are they doing? It's just two of you. They've lost their goddamn mind. Oh! Well, it's on now. By the way, Love that cinematography with the way that the camera moved back and forth. Oh.
Fucking Salamancas.
Yeah, fucking Salamancas is right. They have no chill. I sure hope that they deserved it. Because we obviously know they didn't do that to him. Uh-oh. This is not good. We know the twins are not gonna die, but still. How do they make it out is the big question. Is Nacho gonna save them? With this condition, if he saves them, he's the man. Good one. But that was close. If he was even this much slower, he would have got popped. They're crazy though. For just running in there by themselves. Where's the other twin? Is Nacho gonna do something? Or is he just gonna watch? There we go. Well, that didn't go well. He's the man regardless. Well, Nacho doesn't have to do much now. That is insane. 3 versus what, 20? Maybe less? That was insane. There were at least 10 people there. Is that Gus? Yes, it is.
We cleared out the Espinosas. They're all done.
And the Salamanca brothers?
Marco took a hit, but he'll pull through. They went back south until the heat dies down. It's territory, isn't it? Salamanca.
What else could it be?
Out the Espinosas. Espinosa territory isn't for grabs. Cartel can't give it to the Salamancas, so I think they gave it to you.
I think he was right about that.
Get some rest.
Because
You have
otherwise, Gus would have said something else. Is that the guy they were talking about?
You hadn't quite finished.
What if I forget him completely? I mean, I know I won't. That's like impossible, but I don't know.
Look at Mike.
Thank you,
He's
Stacey.
clearly not
Truly.
comfortable.
For our 25th. And that's...
I feel like
One
Mike
sugar
is gonna
test
do
results.
something crazy.
Mike, you have something you want to add?
You don't want to hear what I have to say.
Oh, now
maybe
everything is
if you
starting
are.
to make sense. Like with the opening.
This guy was never married.
What are you talking about?
Mike, now, you know the rules.
Yeah, I know your rules. He's been coming in here for months, selling you a bill of goods, getting you all misty-eyed and loving every minute of it. Stop.
That's just not true.
Yeah? Okay. So I'll go to the public library and I'll get the papers from 1997 and I'll run a search on Judy DeVore, beloved wife of Henry DeVore. Tell me I'll find her obituary. She wanted to go to Australia? Last month it was Cuba. Come on, Henry. Let's look at the papers, see if the math works.
Come on, Mike.
Mike just does not give a
It's
fuck
not
anymore.
there, is he? Come on, say it. You have no shame. You wanted me to talk. I talked.
Yeah, that was the opening. I thought it'll be cooler than that. It was slightly underwhelming.
He wants to see you
Yeah?
tonight.
Who? Gus? Meanwhile, Jimmy continues throwing his ball.
Yeah, new job, new phone. You never know who's listening.
And just turn off the
Oh,
when you come in.
smart. Yeah, it's definitely Gus who wants to talk to Mike.
You want to see me? Here I am.
In order for our arrangement to continue, there is a matter we need to discuss. Do you have something to tell me? If you do, you would be well advised to do so.
Nacho Varga. I wondered when you were going to get around to this.
You came to me.
Oh,
You
now I
asked
remember.
for a favor.
I was thinking,
You looked me
what are
in
they
the
talking
eye.
about?
You shook my hand. And all the while, you knew Varga was moving against my interests.
I said I wouldn't kill Salamanca. I never promised to be his bodyguard.
Fair
So,
enough.
What now? You gonna make a move, you better make it.
That's pretty cool. Like the confidence.
But they're not gonna, are they? You brought me here because you haven't asked.
Yep, I think so too.
So why don't you stop running a game on me and just tell me about the job?
So we're not gonna know the job. Alright, that was my reaction to Season 4, Episode 4 of Better Call Saul, which was called Talk. This was actually a pretty cool episode when it comes to the Nacho situation. But other than that, I did like the Jimmy story. It was slow, but not as slow as some of the other stories for Jimmy. It was definitely a more interesting story this time around. But overall, I am loving the story and where it's going. Again, I'm more interested in the Gus Salamanca's Nacho story than the Jimmy story. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but I'm not particularly a big fan of Jimmy's story overall. I do like what they're doing, it's just that it's a little slow and the story doesn't seem to progress quite as much as it should since we're 4 seasons in. So I hope we get a bit more with Jimmy's story, some more depth to the story in terms of things that actually matter. It seems like we've seen a lot of kind of one-offs in the story, you know what I mean? But that's pretty much everything I wanted to say. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. If you did, smash that like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.